Hey, I still recall the day the doctor told me that I was sick, yeah, my mind keeps going back. It was a trip, like I was thinking he ain't know the facts. Probably cause my heart couldn't get a hold of that. He said that I was terminal and that it spread quick, and my whole body was infected. I'm desperate, my mind's racing at this point, I want to exit, cause all this test suggested I'd be dead quick. But honestly, man, I really should've seen the signs. I was blind, no one couldn't read between the lines. I was numb, so I couldn't feel my fever climb. But my whole system was foul, like comedic lines. No way to treat it fine. I staggered out like I was drinking wine. I wasn't even trying to think about my plans for the evening time. All I could think was I was weak and dying. I was reminded of the life that I would leave behind. And so
I know it's ending for me soon and I'm terrified. I'm afraid of what's coming and I'm scared to die. But it ain't looking good for me. Now it ain't looking good for me, for me. I know it's ending for me soon and I'm terrified. I'm afraid of what's coming and I'm scared to die. But it ain't looking good for me. Now it ain't looking good for me.
I got home and it hit me in the worst way. I've been sick with this disease since my birthday. I was written with symptoms since my first day. Head to toe, my whole system in the worst state. I was mentally ill, I was futile in mind. Darkened in my understanding, was a student of crime. Having eyes couldn't see cause I was truthfully blind. Having ears couldn't hear but couldn't do any signs. Throat was an open grave, tongue used for the lies. Snake venom under lips which I haven't used to divide. Hand chips on my shoulders was wounded aside. Both my lungs collapsed, inhaling secondhand pride. Below the waist was just more of the same. Feet swift to shed blood or something more was the game. Man, this bad blood simply poured through my veins. Can't ignore it anymore, ain't the story a saint? I was in pain, so
I know it's ending for me soon and I'm terrified. I'm afraid of what's coming and I'm scared to die. But it ain't looking good for me. Now it ain't looking good for me, for me. I know it's ending for me soon and I'm terrified. I'm afraid of what's coming and I'm scared to die. But it ain't looking good for me. Now it ain't looking good for me, for me.
My whole life had been exposed to dark. My disease had my deeds hitting off the mark. But I love my illness even from the start. Like everything was a symptom of my broken heart. It pumped corruption to every single part of me. It pumped death and deception through arteries. My direction was set to invest in, reflecting deception and threatening my best. And my death wasn't far from me. Could try to beat the symptoms now. It wouldn't matter cause my heart would keep me living foul. I was helpless and hopeless, it's ending now. Unless somehow I get a new heart, well this is how. I heard that there were others with the same plight, but there was one begotten son who could save life. And his heart was so perfect, he gave life. My heart and stone's been exchanged, I've been changed, right?
I know it's ending for me soon and I'm terrified. I'm afraid of what's coming and I'm scared to die. But it ain't looking good for me. Now it ain't looking good for me, for me, for me, for me,
I was told that God's standard is so high. My broken heart kept me from meeting his standard. So I just kept falling short over and over and over again. There really was nothing I could do. It was not looking good for me. I guess my question for you is, since God's standard is perfection and none of us meet it, how do you plan on getting by? I know how I do it. And to be honest, I ain't worried about a thing.